Welcome back to Simple Truth. We're trying to take some truths out of the story of David. We're in 1 Samuel chapter 25. We're in the story of Abigail. We're getting closer to the end of it. We're going to pick it up in verse 18. Abigail has just been told, hey, your husband is a fool. He's not good, and he's bringing destruction upon all of us. But here is the deal. Verse 18, and Abigail made haste, took 200 loaves and 2 skins of wine, and 5 sheep already prepared, and 5 seahs of parched grain, and 100 clusters of raisins, and 200 cakes of figs, and laid them on donkeys. Abigail was prepared immediately to do what she needed to do. She immediately put together that which David had asked for. She immediately sprung into action. Is that you? Are you willing to spring into action for those around you? Not just those you deem worth it, but in this case, those that you deem unworthy of your help. Abigail jumped into action for those around her. Some deserving, some not deserving, probably. She knew exactly what to do. Have you ever been in that moment? Have you ever been sitting across from somebody in a moment and they're just talking to you about this person and telling you how terrible these people are, telling you how bad your pastor is, all of those things. And you spring into action to save your church. Well, what do you mean? Well, to save your church from the division that this person is causing, to save your church from the jealousy that is obviously there, to save your church from the discipline that God is probably going to bring about. Have you done that for your family, where you've jumped in to action to save your family for the discipline that is coming? Regardless of who you deem worthy or not. That's what forgiveness is all about. That's what taking care of each other is all about according to the biblical principles. Okay, it's not about whether or not they're worthy or not. I'm going to love you. I'm going to do these things for you because it's the righteous thing to do. Abigail sprung into action, and she does what is righteous here, regardless of whether or not her husband was on her top 10 list that day or not. Man, is that where you are? Or do you sit down literally before you do things and calculate whether somebody deserves your help or not? I know a lot of people like that, especially when it comes to finances. They only want to help people if they can assure themselves that the people will do exactly what they want done. They control the whole thing. We'll help you out, but you got to do this. That's not a biblical concept. Jesus didn't heal people and tell them, hey, you got to do this for me before I heal you. No, he just healed them. He knew that people were going to take advantage. He knew that people were going to use money poorly. He knew that people were going to do all of these things. And he still did it anyway. Wasn't concerned about who was worthy, who was unworthy of his help, because Jesus knew one thing. Nobody's righteous. No, not one. So as you look at this section, are you jumping into action for the people around you, those that you deem worthy, those that you deem unworthy, right? Are you treating them the same? I want you to get to heaven. I want you to be saved. I want you to get this thing right. I'm going to do everything that I can to jump into action to help you. Easy to love those who love you. Hard to love your enemies. Chew on that for a few minutes. We'll see you next time right here on Simple Truth.